day to you all. Today we're talking about introduction to local crafts, and we are going to be taking our scope of study. It will be limited to just Nigerian local crafts, and our objective will be, at the end of the topic, we should be able to define local crafts, list the types of crafts, raw materials involved in creation of this craft, and their location. Yeah. Now, what is craft? Craft is the use of our bare hands to produce items of beauty and utilitarian purposes. When we say the items of beauty, we mean the act of creating items to beautify the body, yes, or to beautify the house. For example, a flower vase can be used as environmental beauty. It can be used to beautify the environment. Yes, with flower in the flower vase, it can serve as what, beauty to the environment. Then we also have what, our plates, cup, mugs, which are made out of pottery process. They also serve as utilitarian purpose. Utilitarian means something you can use at home, or easily used in the environment. Now, craft works are the traditional artistic practices carried out with special knowledge, skill, and creativity tendencies. More attention are actually applied while working on a craft work to ensure an excellent finishing in any craft work. And you can still see that these things tend to be transferred. This knowledge tend to transfer from one person to another. For example, a father can be a potter. Along the way, his children will want to learn to also be successful as a potter like their father. Or I can be a tie and dye artist, so a textile artist that produce tie and dye. And since that is my area of specialization, several people will want to come and become an apprentice in my workshop, whereby learning to become what? A master in this field. During this learning or training, formal or informal knowledge will be passed from one person to another. Look at what we can see here. We have beads. See, these are items of beauty made of strings and different materials like clay that can be hollowed and fired in the kiln, then also be glazed before it now looks like this beads, or rather might be in the plastic way. Now we have different types of crafts and raw materials and their location too. Now we have right here, our first example is leather work. And the raw materials from leather work is hinge and skin. That's from the animal skin. And we also have tanning dyes of various colors, which are used on this leather after several chemicals have been applied to make it flexible for to walk upon. Now we also have right here, the location is what? We have the Sokoto, Kano, Yobe, Maduguri, Katsina, and Kaduna states, etc., etc. We now have right here is a mat weaving. Our mat weaving, our raw material is straw and raffia ropes. We also have colored dyes. And the location, the areas that are very good in production of this craft is Badagry, Warri in Delta State, Badagry is in Lagos State, Benin City, Edo State, Imo State, Oyo State, and Ogun State, etc., etc. You can see a small boy in my picture right here. What is carrying is a basket. The basket is also a craft work. And behind him you can see several other raw materials which are used for weaving the basket. Now, let's continue. In continuation, we have what? Our tie and dye. Our tie and dye is also called adire in the Yoruba language. And our raw materials is our fabrics, which is also known as clothes, different dye color. Then we have raffia ropes, needle, and thread, which can be used to create a particular method of tying. Then sticks for turning. Then caustic soda and hydrosulfide, etc., etc. Our location is Abeokuta. We have Oyo, Kano, Kaduna, Sokoto, Zaria, Iseyin, Katsina, etc., etc. Please let's not forget, soda ash and hydrosulfide are agents that makes what? The color or the dye on the fabrics to be permanent. Then we have right here is our pottery. Pottery, the raw material for pottery is clay. And the location for this pottery is Abuja. Suleja is present in Abuja, is a place in Abuja. Then we have Ilorin, Ekiti State, Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto, Jigawa, Kwara, and Maduguri, etc., etc. The last but not the least that we have right here on my slide is Batik, which shares almost the same thing with tie and dye. The only difference is the wax. In Batik, you wax your fabrics, while in tie and dye, you must tie the fabrics to give you your design. Now, the raw material here is fabrics, which is also known as clothes. The dye stuff, the dye, different colors. Then we have the wax, either bee wax or candle wax. Then we have our caustic soda and hydrosulfide. Location for this is almost the same, almost looking alike, like the same locations like for the tie and dye, which we have our Abeokuta, which is present in Ogun State, or we have Oyo State, etc., etc. Please, if you have any question on this topic, do well to ask me. I am right here to answer you and give you a positive response to your question. You can see that at the end of this topic that we have been able to achieve and know some things about our local craft. And this is what? An ability of what? Of creating what? Of creating objects with our hands, which those objects are of beauty and they serve as utilitarian purpose. And for some examples of these, some types of these crafts are tie and dye, batik, pottery, basket weaving, leather works, mat weaving, and so on and so forth. Even we even have a lot that are not present here, which are part of these studies. So do well to make more research, and God bless you as we end today's class. Thank you, and do have a pleasant day ahead.